Hello everybody, Aries Wrath here, and today we're going to be going over markets, and we're going to be looking at live markets between a stable pair and between an actual trading pair. And right now we've got USDC and USDT on the screen. And if you don't know what a stable coin is pretty much always $1 or right around $1. The fiat value per coin is hard fixed at $1, or it should be that way. But because these are live markets and live trading environments, whatever one has the most demand is usually going to be weighted a little bit more than the other one. So as you can see in this case, USDC on the bid is sitting at 99 cents and a little bit beyond that. So you'll be losing about 1 penny per dollar you sell. So what we're going to be doing is utilizing a limit function, because I want as close to 100 USDT as I can get. So instead of going against the bid right here, I'm going to be making my own ask. And by doing that, I'm going to set it to 9980 and hope that somebody wants USDT or USDC more than I want USDC. So I'm going to sell all 100 at a limit, and I'm going to hit sell. This puts me up here on the bid, or on the ask, excuse me. So eventually, and as you can see, it fluctuates quite often, and this is a 15-minute chart, but it goes back and forth quite consistently. And it goes back and forth because, as we mentioned earlier, it is $1. So there is room to make a lot of money with these small penny increments or less than penny increments. There is room for arbitrage. Now, to get these coins onto non-KYC IO, which is what I use to trade primarily, it was free. Coinbase, I was able to buy 100 USDC and send it with Base to non-KYC.io. There was zero fees taken out of my payment, which is kind of interesting. And one of the people in a Reddit mentioned that earlier. I didn't really know that you could do that. I don't really use Coinbase too much. Normally I only use it when I'm sending larger transactions that I need fiat for. But in order to test it out, I thought, why not make a video and create some sort of educational piece for people while I'm also benefiting myself. So while we wait, I'm going to pause the video and I'll come back to you guys when it's been sold. Hello, and we're back. So this is what you call a rip bozo situation. So my coins never sold. And if you look on my other screen, yeah, I kind of missed out majorly. We were looking at somewhere around in this point, or in this mark right here, when I was initially going to buy in, and now we're shooting a lot higher. So could have had a good deal, and it would have mitigated the fees or the difference between the two. So what I'm going to do is now essentially set a market order. It's still a limit order, but it's kind of like a market order, and this is because of how smaller exchanges use middlemans. They're bots, and you'll see them kind of their orders pop up and disappear really quickly, or when you try to sell at them, they will disappear. And this is just to maintain like price stability, so the charts look more flowy. They don't look so staggered when there isn't a whole lot of volume. So I'm going to sell this 100 and get 99, so I'm going to lose that dollar. All right, and now hopefully we can get out of this rip bozo situation. All right, so now we look at our other screen, and we'll see if I get myself out of this rip bozo situation. As you can see, there is a slight discrepancy between the two orders, or the two markets, which is just going to prompt me just to go ahead and pretty much buy that all out. But for sake of the video, what I would do in this situation was I'd be buying these two at market, and then I will be splitting my entire order across multiple different points. So maybe one here at 77, maybe 25% there. And I'll just blow this up for illustration. So one at 77, maybe one down here at 74890, but I'm going to outbid that guy by 2. And maybe 50% of my remaining here. All right, and you can see it's popped up on the book. And I'll go a little bit lower. Maybe if I go over here, I can maybe get somewhere closer into this range. Let's try this. We'll just go 73. Let's see here. 424. And then I'll go 100% for the last one. But we'll go 50. And then I'll go a little bit lower or higher, depending on where I want to get in. Maybe I'll go up here. Another 50. And then we'll go down here back to where I was before. About this 303. We'll go 2, 6, 4, 2. I just put random numbers at the end. And this just makes it so as it goes down, I'm also kind of dollar cost averaging. And I'm still hold a large position to begin with. So some are still in the books for future if it goes down. So I'm catching the dip. But also at the same time, I already have my main position already bought. Now, there's no guarantee that any of these limits will fill, right? These limits are on the books. There has to be somebody on the other side of the trade willing to fill your limits for them to actually fulfill. It's not some like mysterious thing that just happens by itself. There has to be another person on the other side of that trade. All right, and this just about wraps it up. This is how you scale a trade. Now, you can also inverse it, and that's how you should scale out of a trade, maybe with wider margins or wider spreads between your sells. But when it comes to buying, I just want the coins now. I just want them a little bit cheaper than where they're at now because I've watched them hit before. But as you can see with the chart right now, I'm probably not going to end up getting fills. So I'm going to have to end up buying at market anyways. It goes both ways. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. This is just how I scale in trades. Hope you guys learned something today. Have a good day.